Hey guys, Michael here. Today I need to do a full wrap tumbler and I might as well film the process because I've been promising I was going to do it and today's finally the day. Life has been getting in the way with different things, just kids things, family things. I actually have another laser I'm going to be testing out by We Create. I'm going to be showing that off here in a video next few weeks or so. However, orders must keep going out the door, and one of the orders we have is a full wrap tumbler. I don't do a lot of tumblers, so today I'm just going to go through the process of doing a full wrap on this test tumbler and see how this goes. So stick with me, let's get to it. Now I'm not going to go through the whole process of setting this up because you can see in my previous video how I did that. I'm still doing the exact same thing. However, I'm going to do a full wrap from front to, or top to bottom. And I am going to be featuring a couple of new things that I haven't shown before. This product is by Lakeshore 3D. If you've seen my previous videos, I use their super leveler right here to actually tilt this to level out your tumblers. But they also came up with this ingenious way of taking the Stanleys, or in this case, actually a Stanley dupe, it also fits. You mount this inside your chuck, and then you can take your tumbler and screw it on. So with this attached, it really doesn't sag at all. So you really don't have to use this because it's so firm and so solid in here. So the other thing I want to show you real quick is this guy right here. So talking online in the Facebook groups about how to do Stanley tumblers is the hard part is actually leveling out the tumbler because the P2, the laser head, has to get really close to the product. So it's going to hit if you're not really careful. I came up with this idea so that I can put the level in this little area right here, and I can just put it just like this. And what touches on the tip over here and the tip over here. And with that in place, you can actually level this out with the bubble sitting in this area to find the right level. So I got my tabs bent down just like in my previous video. I'm going to put this inside just like in my previous video. So let me set it all up and let's hop over to XCS and we'll set up the engraving and we'll test this out. I have my tumblers all set up using the same method I did in my previous video. To make sure this is level with the gantry, first I made sure check the level of the gantry, and then using my little tool here, put this just on the cup, not on the adapter here, just on the cup, touching the ends of it and putting my level on here. I'm matching the bubble location that matches on the gantry. Over here in XCS, I have all my settings set up already. I'm laser cylindrical using the chuck mode. I've already measured and typed in my perimeter, which measured 318 millimeters. However, on the ruler, it measured 31.8 centimeters, and you had to move the decimal place over. So 318 millimeters. I did the auto measure, and that's what we're looking at here on this picture. Using the close or the capture close view, I can come over here and zoom in on the top and see exactly where the top of this is. I'm going to ignore this line, but I am going to use this image here to adjust the top of this engraving. And I want it just shy of where that paint is touching. I'm going to go ahead and move this over to touch the line here using my arrow keys. Zooming out, let's check the bottom real quick. I'm going to use capture close view, catch the bottom, see what the bottom looks like. And the bottom looks pretty good too. So that's not quite at the round of the tumbler, and I think that looks really well. Just double checking everything. Again, I'm going to be engraving, so it's set to engrave because this is a PNG file, so it automatically sets to engrave. I'm going to adjust the power and the speed and the bitmap mode and lines per centimeter and all this stuff that you need to do based on the test that you have come up with on your material. With everything set up, I need to set up the engraved settings, including power, speed, bitmap mode, etc. So what I'm going to do is reference my material cheat sheet here. This is available to anybody. Check the description of this video and any of my other P2 or M1 videos. You can see the cheat sheet related to your machine. So over here on material settings, I'm going to scroll down till I find tumbler. Let's see, Yeti tumbler. I did 60, 250, 200. So I'm going to go with the same settings that I did right there. Let's see, 60, 250, 200. So 60, 250, and 200. With everything set up, I can hit process and start the engraving. Okay, here we go. Wish me luck. Okay, so I made a mistake. I started the process and I actually auto measured to this point, made some adjustments and forgot I made the adjustments. And when it started, the laser head hit this tab and it started moving the entire engraver. So I had to hit stop and stop the process. So be careful, double check your settings, make sure you have everything set up right. I believe I had it set up in there correctly. I did auto measure to the top of this tab. Everything's squared up again. I'm gonna start the process again. I'll see you guys in about 2 hours and see how well this turns out. And this wrap is a wrap. Check it out. That came out really well. I did follow all the same steps I talked about before, where you're measuring everything, you're checking the level, you're setting it using the cameras to actually adjust how far into the material you want to use from the top and bottom. All that's the same. One thing we did add extra was the leveling tool. So this is what the leveling tool looks like. This is just a 1/4 inch birch plywood. You can use 3mm, whatever. I will share a link to this. It's just a SVG file I came up with. There's nothing fancy about it, nothing magical. However, it does allow you to level on either this size tumbler or even a smaller version of this, which is the 20 or the 30 ounce tumbler with this tool. And there's a notch right here in the top, allows you to put your level in there. That will ensure that the front tip and the back tip are level across the board there. And the other thing we talked about was this adapter right here. This adapter made by Lakeshore 3D is just amazing. Top quality. I'm really impressed by every product they have there, but this one just, it's so well engineered. It worked out amazing. So this is the 20 and 30 ounce version. This is what it looks like. It's a 2-part design. It comes with the back part that you actually clamp into the jaws of the Ra2 Pro. And it has this little round disc. It comes with screws to actually attach this to that jaw. Once it's in place, it actually doesn't wiggle anywhere. You can take your tumbler and you're going to screw it on there, and that's all there is to it. You don't have the guesswork anymore of putting the jaws on here and making sure that is this back level and spinning it and double checking and adjusting it as you're doing that. You don't have to do that anymore. With this adapter, once you screw it on there and it's up tight against the edge, that's it. It's actually going to be square. And when you rotate it, this is not going to wobble anymore. I will put a link in the description down below to this product that I have here. I think that's all I wanted to share with you all. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions or not really sure, did I follow all the steps that I showed in this video? Check out my other video, because I didn't actually show all the steps in this video. I just literally jumped into it and engraved this one. So you might check both of those videos before you have any questions. And if you have any more questions, shoot me a message down below and I will get back with you. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time.